I've got my gear with me. This spot is about, I don't know, maybe a 3/4 of a mile hike in. So I'm bringing my stuff just in case the ice is safe. And if the ice isn't safe, it'll be good exercise. Over the river and through the woods to safe ice, hopefully we go. If it's not, oh well, you know. How's that for a fight, y'all? Now, Chris, tell me, what was the secret to your success?
I have no idea. They came right off the bottom, though.
There's ice on the bed! Woo! Leg jump, baby! That is another very good representation of what not to do. Hey there, how you doing? And welcome back to another episode of Fishing the 45th. This week has been a tough one. We've looked a lot of bodies of water over trying to get on a nice bite. We've had some bad weather, then a cold down, and it's been trying to say the least. We have gotten on fish this week, and we will have some footage of that on this video as well. But one thing that I think we need to spend a little bit of time talking about is actually our rod reels and our setups. Excuse me. So, what we got here is a 32-inch light rod. I love this rod. It's got the one of like the center pin little fly reels on there. The one thing about these reels is that they're at a 1-to-1 ratio. So in deep water, you better really get your wrist pumping to get those fish out of that deep water quickly. But I love how it feels. I love fighting a panfish on that reel. It just adds a whole new aspect to it. The action on this rod is perfect. It loads up, and it really does a good job of keeping those fish pinned. Now, I think the thing that you guys are going to be the most interested in is what we're using to catch these bluegills and crappies. On a really aggressive bite, I almost like to go to a little spoon for crappies. Sometimes it's a good way to sort out the little guys and just target some of those larger guys. So this is the little frostbite spoon that I have been using. It's called their Dinner Bell. It's just a little guy, but the flutter on this is incredible, and it really has been seeming to be a pretty good bait. So I like this bait a lot. Little spoons are definitely something that are underutilized when it comes to pan fishing. A lot of people, they stick with the classic tungsten jig, and they don't deviate. And, you know, it is a successful way to catch fish, but it's not the only way to do it. And sometimes on an aggressive bite, those spoons are just a blast. Another rod that I use, and this is the rod that I mostly, this is my bread and butter. And, of course, there is a tungsten jig on this rod. I'll get you guys set up so you can see it here. So just a little gold tungsten jig with that nice red tail on there. And I have found that if you use some plastics, even on finicky fish, if you look, I'm just holding this as still as I can, and that tail is still just fluttering. And then if you just wiggle it a little bit, it's incredible how much action you can get on that tail. And sometimes that's all it takes to get a big gill to go. So I swear by using plastics on your panfish jigs. And if it's a really slow bite, maybe put a Eurolarva on there. You know, just a little spike just for a little scent. But that has been a killing combination, at least in the last couple days. Now this rod here is 26 inches long, so it's a little bit shorter. But it also has that really, really slow action. And it loads up nicely for as short of a rod as it is, keeps those fish pinned, and I don't feel like I've got, you know, a 5-foot rod when I'm fishing with this. You know, it's nice and short and concise. I like a long rod, but I don't mind fishing with a short rod. So this is what we've been using in these videos, gear like this. Later on we'll talk about placement and kind of talk to you through the topographic map that we're going to be showing you guys. So we will see you out on the ice. Couple of different clips this week. Hopefully you enjoy.
It's cold again. It's cold. About -6 with the wind chill. So pressure's up about 30.19-ish right now. It's been climbing since yesterday. So, but the sun's out. And we're hoping that it wakes up those gills a little bit and we can get on them.
So there's your pressure and temperature facts. We're thinking that this cold front and the high pressure might have them pushed into the basin. So we're gonna fish in about 25 foot of water or so and poke some holes, see if we can find some fish and work our way in. We'll let you know where we're at when we find them, because we are going to find them. All right, so what we're gonna want to do is go to the Navionics web app. And this will be a good place for you guys to go if you do not have the app on your phone to check out a lake and see kind of what you want to hit. So we're going to go to the Navionics web app. And let's pick a lake down here. Let's see. Okay, perfect. So, what we've got here is a shallow break that falls down into a basin. Right here on my cursor is kind of the very bottom of the basin. We've got a little bit of a flat that runs out on the basin's bottom, and then we come up into some shallower water up on this end, slowly shallower water up here, and then on the edge. So what we were doing is, if we were hitting this lake very similar to the one that we were fishing today, we started out very in the center of the basin. We set up a grid right through this section, hole hopped, looked for fish. We're struggling to find fish here. What we did is we pushed up into the same aspect of the same basin. This is still in the basin, it's just on the ledge a little bit closer to some structure or a hard break, and those fish seem to be piled up right up against these hard breaks on the, so they were in the basin, but they were also closer to the hard breaks of the basin. So this is where we found our success today. When you're breaking down a lake, Navionics is so nice. You know, Chippewa Lake, I've never been there. I don't even know if there's fish there. But you can take a look at these lakes. It's got access points. You can see where you're at. And if you get the downloadable version for your smartphone, it has GPS capabilities. So you can actually be standing on the ice and seeing what's under your feet without drilling holes. It is completely amazing. And if you're not utilizing this kind of technology, then you're really leaving some good facts on the table when it's time to hit that ice.
Huh. Alyssa's out of work.
Oh, that's sweet.
She's getting the kids.
Now we definitely need tip-ups.
Now we definitely need tip-ups. You know what? I'm going to try some weird shit here.
I think you should.
I'm going to try this little tiny rattle, whatever this
You're just ripping them out right now.
What? Oh.
None of it's usable, Chris.
Sorry.
You gotta keep your potty mouth at home. We're ice fishing now.
Oh, we missed him.
Well, that's a penalty shot.
I know, right? Missed him again.
Ooh. 3 times I get to slap you right in the face.
Oh.
I got a buddy.
There we go.
You got him?
Got one. Little gill.
Oh, look at him.
First fish of the evening, though.
I feel like I've seen this video before.
I know. There's still more down there.
Oh, that's a good, this is a good one, Chris. This might be, this is either a nice gill or a bass. Holy smokes, I hope this is a gill. I hope it's a gill. Oh man, look at this. Holy smokes, oh man, look at this. Little bass, oh, I thought that was a gill. Yeah, a little dink bass. Back home he goes. Hey, you know what? It's better than a sharp stick in the eye, that's for sure. Holy smokes, Chris. Nice. All right, you got the camera. He's out fishing 5 to 1.
Starting to get some nice ones now.
You gotta start showing them to the camera.
I'll do that. Right after I catch these other two.
Nice eater right here. Nice eater gill.
It's going away. Looks like there's a nice fish. There we go. Right there. Told you it's the gloves, man. You gotta have your gloves on. Look at that.
Holy smokes, Chris. That thing just demolished it.
Look at that one. Swallowed it.
There's 2 more nice ones down there.
Gone.
Dude, we're not gonna have time to go get the shack. We're just gonna tough it out, man.
I think we're gonna be fine without it.
I think we are too. We're men.
Oh yeah.
Hey, and you know what? I wanna... Well, we just won't go there.
Leave the shanty because the fish just kind of disappeared. Ben went out hopping around and
There's one.
there's one right there. Found some nice ones.
Whoa, look at that guy fighting.
Is that crappie or gill?
I don't know. I think it's crappie.
That would be nice. That's a bass, dude. Oh, it's a big gill. Look at that.
Nice gill.
Nice one.
It's heavy test. That was a little bit more solid. Jesus.
Looks like a good fish. There you go.
Nice gill. I traded in my other fishing buddies for my 2 favorite fishing buddies.
Oh, Ben, one's down there. I saw a bubble.
Great. So can you help me get that? Yeah. His reel's frozen and he thinks he's got a big fish on. Right, let the camera see you put it back. Right, put it back in the hole. No, there's a fish down there. There. Oh, that's a good one, Zoe. Okay. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Man, they're biting my tails off of my plastics. Nice gill.
There's a shaker.
I've only got 1 more of these left. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Since you're so close to the shed,
Look at that. Oh, that's a crappie.
is that a crappie?
Yeah.
It's huge. Can I put it back?
We're gonna keep that one.
Ben, crappies are just the same size. We just got some 2 nice crappies, right, Ben? I think this spot is just full
Nice
of
crappie.
crappies. Crappies are good, right, Ben?
Oh yeah. Thanks for watching this week's video. Next week we're working on something pretty exciting and it's going to be different for you. A little bit a little bit less ice in our next video. So we will see you then. Stay tuned.